Well, we know last night's storms only added insult to injury because crews were already cleaning up debris, trying to restore power for tens of thousands of people. That's after the storm Sunday night.
And we know 500 crews from Xcel Energy spent the day restoring power, ensuring that air conditioners were running ahead of a very painfully hot day.
We do have restoration times that are out there, but it could be a multi-day event given the amount of damage out there.
So Xcel says that the peak, about 74,000 customers were in the dark. Well, by midday yesterday, that number dropped to 34,000. But now, as you might imagine, that number has jumped back up and beyond. Our Barrett Leone is in Coon Rapids this morning with a very big tree down behind you, Barrett.
Yeah, this really paints a picture of how powerful that storm was. Neighbors are really waking up to quite the scene here in Coon Rapids. I mean, if I had to guess, this tree is a good 20, 30 feet tall. I mean, it's really just huge. Winds, storm winds, knocked it right down, crashing into this home here, tangling up in another tree. And I want to show you another visual here. We've been showing this all morning, but it really does paint the picture. I'm 5'4". This root is taller than me. Even if I'm standing on the curb here, it's taller than me. So yeah, it's takes a lot of wind to knock down something that big. Good news here, we know that no one was home at this time during this tree falling down. We spoke with a neighbor who didn't know that at the time of the storm and jumped into action. Here's what he had to say.
I could hear the winds picking up, and as they were picking up, I could hear branches breaking. And I was like, okay, so there's some huge winds coming. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was just this huge burst of wind, and the tree fell. And I come running across the street to check on my neighbor to make sure that she was okay, and I found out she was actually not home.
Yeah, Chris described hearing a loud crack when the tree fell down. I can only imagine what that sounded like. And I want to talk about power outages for a minute here, too. We know that more than 77 people are still in the dark here across the state. Restoration efforts by Xcel Energy is still underway, and they're going to be busy today, just as they were yesterday. Some folks saying it might take a couple days to get power back on. Here's what Xcel Energy tells us about their methods, about how they restore power. They tell us crews are prioritizing the hardest hit areas first.
We go to respond to the largest customers first, the largest infrastructure that was damaged first, that we can get the most customers back in. But it could be a multi-day event given the amount of damage out there with the poles, the cross arms, all the vegetation, some toppled trees in line. So we're going to get out there and respond as quickly as we can, as safely as we can.
Yeah, still a lot of people waiting for power to turn back on here this morning. And according to an Xcel Energy power outage map, some folks, like I mentioned, might be waiting 2 days for energy to be restored to them. So how can that be? We're going to break down how that is and how they plan out that timeline. Xcel Energy plans out that timeline. We'll bring that to you in about 30 minutes here.
Yeah, I know a lot of people listening very closely because even just 24 hours is very frustrating out there.
And those crews working around the clock.
Sure are.
All right, Barrett Leone live for us in Coon Rapids. Barrett, thank you. So rain and heat, unfortunately, they are not the only concerns today.
So more than half of Minnesota is blanketed with an air quality alert today. And again, this is from the smoke from the Canadian wildfires. Now, the red you see there on the map, that's where the air is unhealthy for everyone. The orange means unhealthy for sensitive groups. Now, tomorrow, the forecast for air quality has us potentially getting even worse. Much of Minnesota could have unhealthy air for sensitive groups, with the worst of it you see there being up north.
Let's also update you when it comes to your next drive at just about 6:07 on this Tuesday. Good morning to our friends in Coon Rapids. This is where Barrett Leone was. Beautiful sunrise picture, but the roads look great too. We're not following any crashes on our roads. It's also reflected in the traffic maps. Even those construction zones where typically you slow down, not the issue right now. So no problems on this Tuesday morning. A Shakopee squad car scorched after a fiery crash. So here's what we've learned. This took place just after 5 o'clock Monday night. This was near Canterbury Road. You see our chopper up in the air. Preliminary investigation suggests the squad car and the semi collided. Look at that there. Squad car did have the emergency lights on at the time of the crash. That's according to investigators. Now, when you see that picture, you would assume the worst, but the officer only has minor injuries. The truck driver was not hurt. A drunk driver got the maximum sentence for crashing into a St. Louis park bar, killing 2 people.
Family members spoke out after a judge handed down his fate. 56-year-old Stephen Bailey was sentenced to 20 years in prison and 10 years supervised release. Now, you likely remember that he slammed in his SUV into the Park Tavern patio last September. And Bailey was intoxicated at 4 times the legal limit when he killed Christina Folkert. She was a server and a mother of 3, and Gabe Harvey, a Methodist hospital worker.
No parent should ever have to lose a child under these circumstances. This was something that could have and should have been prevented. Stephen Bailey has destroyed the people we once were.
I believe in forgiveness, but this act is unforgivable.
The judge also had some strong words for Bailey, telling him that over and over again he was told about his addiction not to drink and drive, adding that despite multiple DWIs, Bailey never, ever got the message. Developing this morning, a New York City police officer and at least 3 other victims are dead. This is after a shooting at a Manhattan office building last night.
The police commissioner says the 36-year-old fallen officer was there working security. The Park Avenue high-rise houses the offices of the NFL, among other offices. It says one of its employees was seriously injured in the attack. A person with knowledge of the matter says the suspected gunman had a note in his pocket. The source says it suggests football gave the shooter the brain disease known as CTE. Police identified the suspect as 27-year-old Shane Tamura from Las Vegas, who has a history with mental health.
So around the world, pressure is building on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to allow more food into Gaza. Now, this comes after Israel has blocked most food and other aid from the Palestinian territory for months. According to multiple human rights organizations, roughly 85% of the people in Gaza are at a catastrophic level of food insecurity or famine. Netanyahu himself denies any starvation in Gaza, but President Trump had a different take.
We can save a lot of people. I mean, some of those kids that's real starvation stuff. I see it. And you can't fake that.
Trump says that he plans to send money to set up food centers. Now, Israel has announced it would allow a daily pause in fighting to get a limited number of relief trucks be able to get in. Meanwhile, here in Minnesota, the executive director of CARE Minnesota has joined the international movement calling for action.
We can no longer be silent. We have to speak up, we have to stand up, and we cannot let this happen. The bombs are not doing the killing anymore. Food is.
Neighboring countries like Jordan and the United Arab Emirates have started parachuting in supplies. The World Food Program says that the most efficient way is to allow hundreds of aid trucks unhindered into Gaza for a sustained period in order to stop this hunger crisis.